Very good afternoon, guys. Rahul Kikre here again. Thank you very much for watching my previous video, liking, and for your comments about this video. For a long time, I wanted to create this video, and the sole reason is I have, as I discussed in my previous videos, also I have more than 24 years of IT experience, but maybe for maybe last 10 years when the bubble of all this data analytics and machine learning tools and technology suddenly bursts, and there are so many tools and technologies and algorithms. So, and maybe more off late, maybe more for last 2 3 years, whenever I started discussing about IT or the people who are themselves working in IT, or maybe the people who are using IT services, uh, there is always comes to a particular phrase that IT is the world of ever-changing technology. That's fine if somebody wants to discuss the nature of a industry. That's perfectly fine. But sometimes I find that there is a bit panic and a bit kind of uncertainty and maybe somewhere a feeling of scariness that how so many technologies can be learned, or it's a world of ever-changing technology. So I have a very decent solution for it. It can be overcome very easily. Okay, so here I go with my presentation. Okay, hi guys, so here I go with my presentation today. So you can see this is the first screen. Okay, let's, in the interest of time, okay, this is just summary about me. I have more than 24 years of IT experience and all the certification completed by me as on date. But anyway, let me quickly go to that particular point, because I wanted to share that with all my friends, lovely friends for a long time. Okay, how? Okay, guys. So today's presentation name I have kept it as emerging as a winner. Okay, let's go to that. So what I'm going to discuss is first very small slide about what is difference in knowledge and wisdom, and then I will discuss about how to identify themes, principles, and processes in individual's life, based on his profession, or maybe or to overcome even the obstacles in daily life also, and then how to implement those themes, principles, and processes to overcome anything in profession, and this will overcome that a very big and catchy phrase that IT is the world of ever-changing technology, just by identifying themes, principle, and process. That's it, very simple. Okay, then I would like to discuss to the importance of journey towards excellence. Then I would like to discuss the importance of lessons learned, and then I would like to discuss the common or causes for the failures, and then I would like to discuss the understanding the power of the profession, and then I would like to discuss the effective planning. Okay. So guys, here I go with my first slide. So maybe there may be many definitions exist for the knowledge and maybe the wisdom. So according to me, the knowledge is something which we gain from our education, and a wisdom which comes from our day-to-day practical life, and definitely when we even implement that knowledge in our professional life. So definitely knowledge and wisdom both has very tight uh, though both qualities are integrated with each other, and they both goes hand in hand. So if our knowledge is good, education is good, definitely the wisdom which we are going to develop on top of it will definitely better. So definitely, so we need knowledge as well as wisdom to overcome all the obstacles, and definitely to get success in our life. Okay. Okay, guys. So here is I'm on that slide which was most awaited from my side to share with my great lovely friends. So what we need to do, overcome any obstacle in our professional life, and so-called such a catchy phrase of something like similar to ever-changing world of technology. How to overcome that? So what we need to do, according to me, is we need to identify a particular theme for supported by principle and processes. So what is the theme? So theme is something which is continuously addressed in individual's lifespan, which goes in the background. So if I'll just give you example, when we watch movies, suppose we are watching a suspense movie, so that suspense is the theme, but during that movie, that characters may be doing so many other conversation, or maybe in so many Indian movies, they even sing song in suspense movie. That's fine, but the theme which is covered in the movie is suspense. So that is the theme. So we need to identify a certain theme to overcome this obstacle. So according to me, theme which professional IT professional is going to address throughout this professional lifespan is the theme must be zeal to learn. That's good. Okay. Now the theme must be everything, whatever we are going to identify in our life. This is just one example. So for this theme, what I feel is the principle which should support it should be principle to support this should be, in my opinion, continued learning of tools and domains and technologies. So, if I'll discuss the relationship of a theme and principle according to me, so as I mentioned, that theme is something which an individual, is going to address continuously throughout his lifespan. So, principle always support that theme as a good practice to follow, in addressing that particular theme. So that's really good. So here I have identified a theme of my professional life is zeal to learn, and to support that theme I have identified the principle continued learning of tools, technologies and domain. That's great. But now we need to identify a process also which support this particular theme and principle. So according to me, the process should be start learning. So that is just the first process. But as we go along in learning path, there may be multiple process for retrospecting our knowledge and so many things. But to start with, so here is my answer, to address that so-called very horrifying phrase that IT is the world of ever-changing technology. So what I have done, and this is what my suggestion to my lovely friends: identify theme, principle and process according to you. What is the best for you to learn so many tools, technologies which can bring quality in our work, and at last our deliveries will become more efficient. That is what our target is. Okay, so now we will see how implementing these themes, principle and process can help in our professional life. Okay. Okay, my lovely friends. So this in this table I have put what theme we identified, that was zeal to learn. What principle we identified to support, that was continued learning of tools, technologies and domain. So, and the first process should be start learning. Okay. So now let's see the example. Maybe our associate X who was working in a IT project with C++ programming language, and he has never learned, he has never worked on data analytics and machine learning. But now that C++ project is getting over, and his accountant companies has already indicated him that his next project is going to be data analytics and machine learning. So can he overcome that so-called horrifying phrase that IT is the world of ever-changing technology? And now he has to learn data analytics and machine learning, but he will do it very he must be very fond of now to learn new technologies, because he has a theme, that theme says zeal to learn. He is very enthusiastic to learn. That is what his theme is. And principle what he follows in his professional life is continued learning of tools, technologies and domain, which is going to bring more efficiency and quality in his work. That's what he's doing. And then processes start learning. That professional, that particular associate can learn this all new data analytics and machine learning tool in just 1 week. This is my experience. Okay, so we have overcome it. Okay, that's great. Okay, now same theme, principle and process we'll see in a professional called maybe restaurant. Okay, there is a chef who is working in a restaurant who is serving only Chinese menu till date, but the owner of the restaurant suggested the chef that he wants to add continental also. Can he do that? Yes, he can do that simply in couple of days if he is following this theme, principle and processes, and he will be very happy in learning that. Because a person must be very happy when he's addressing his theme, adhering to his principle and applying the process. That's it. Okay, great. Okay, guys, so the next topic of my presentation, emerging as a winner, to what is journey to excellence. Excellence is a very big theory in its own right. I can write several books on it, but in crux, in summary, excellence is all about uh, making ourselves a better version every next day compared to the previous day. So even right from the morning to evening, whatever I do, including my personal work, including my professional work, I have to be better in all the aspect: quality, efficiency, resiliency, resilient in nature, whatever. So this is called the journey towards excellence. And when we are going through this journey to our excellence, all this personal milestones, suppose buying car or house, they must come automatically as a byproduct. So we should not be thinking about them. We should not be worried about them. We should not be planning for them. We should be, thinking our journey toward excellence. How I'm going to make myself better tomorrow in everything, whatever I do, right from morning to evening, compared to previous day. And believe me, this byproduct should come on its own when it is needed. Okay. Okay, guys, so the next topic is what is the importance of lesson learned. Okay, we all make mistakes in our life, but nobody in the whole planet has the authority to turn the clock back and go into that particular moment to rectify his error or mistake what he did. Okay, so no problem, no need to panic. Okay, what we need to do is we need to, maintain our maybe personal document or maybe what mistake I made, or how to avoid this mistake happening in the future, and how I'm going to overcome this particular mistake or obstacle in my future. That's it. That is what we have to do. Okay, that's great. Okay, so here I go with my next topic, that what are the general causes or common causes of failure. According to me, there are so many times I've seen that a particular person is trying to do so many things alone. Believe me, guy, if suppose, for example, if somebody wants to open one IT company on his own, he will be the director, he will be the architect, he will be the programmer, he will be the tester. Practically, it may take several years for him alone to complete any project, compared to if he's building a team with very efficient associates, and he can deliver it in few months. So this is just one example. There are many things where a person is trying to do alone, but what we need to learn is the importance of collaboration and teamwork, right? That is the basis of bringing more quality, efficiency, and our more contribution towards development. Okay. So one more common cause which I see for the failure is maybe a lack of efficient plan and setting the priorities. So even if we have identified our target, or maybe I just give you example, when we are driving a car, or we are just putting our destination in the navigator, so it shows us just the path, right? So we know our target or destination, but we ourselves has to reach there, right? So that's how even we know our target. Now we need to plan, make a plan, very efficient plan, and to set the priorities. Okay, so let's see how to overcome that. Okay, guys, before I dive into making efficient plan for the target or setting the priorities, first I would like to discuss a professional, associate must understand the power of his profession. So as I'm in IT, I would like to discuss the power of IT. Every profession has that power, but the associate need to identify the power of his profession to contribute more towards the noble cause. Okay, so I'll discuss about the power of IT, which I understood that. Just one other thing I would like to mention, that when I was a small kid, there was no IT world, and there was no email, there was no digital world. So we were writing letters manually, and it was posted, and maybe sometimes it was taking a couple of days, and maybe if it is it has to reach some other country, it was taking few weeks, right? No hard feeling. I have great respect for every profession. Still, I have great respect for every profession, every posting letter. Also, I have a great respect. But what example I'm giving is, one IT professional identified the power of the IT, and he came up with the concept of email. Now, any message can be delivered within few seconds across the planet. So, it improvised the way people communicate or send message to each other. That's great. Okay. Just second example I would like to put forth is the web search engine. Maybe if we'll just take example Google search engine, Google Map, they are just a one stop for every common man to identify or to find any solution, or getting a map to reach somewhere. It's amazing. So this is the power of the digital world. If associate understand the power of his industry, his contribution can be at the max. Okay. Okay, guys, so I'm back to the making efficient plan. So, majorly what I saw is there are two different categories of planning anything, according to me. One is left to right, and one is right to left. So, my personal favorite is right to left, but sometimes it is not practical to plan right to left. So, let us understand with a practical example what is planning left to right and what is planning right to left. So, suppose I'll just give an example that X is reading a book on data analytics, and once he will complete it, he would like to book the exam. So this is called left to right planning. So currently he started from left. He started reading a book, but currently he is not very sure when it is going to complete, and when once it is completed, he is going to book the exam. Now, next example, Y has already booked a data analytics certification exam after 3 weeks from today, and now he started preparation, right? So this is called right to left. But definitely before that, he would have done some basic homework. That's all. So this is the difference in left to right and right to left. So sometimes what I observed is whenever I plan left to right, things got little delayed, but that is absolutely, it should be personal choice. Okay. Okay, guys, so here is one more suggestion how we can, make our longer duration plan more efficient. Suppose, just for example, if a student today he wants to be a data scientist after 10 years, so that is a very longer duration plan, right? So he or she may even forget after a few years what he was thinking. So what he or she needs to do is now he or she needs to break his 10-year long plan in every 3 months milestone. He or she needs to identify those tender steps or smaller milestone which he or she will complete in every 3 months. It is definitely going to add value, and he or she is going to achieve after 10 years what he or she is targeted, right? But that is not the only thing which is sufficient. So now after every 3 months when he or she is achieving that milestone, now he or she needs to retrospect his or her own progress and where he or she stands compared to what he or she wants after 10 years, right? So this breaking the longer plan in shorter duration and achieving smaller milestone definitely help, and then in my opinion a person definitely can achieve a target if it is of a very longer duration. Okay. Okay, guys, so this brings me to end of my this small presentation called emerging as a winner. But the basic or most important thing which I wanted to cover is how to overcome that particular variable or uncertainty of varying things in one's profession, and he or she should not be distracted with the even what is varying, what he or she needs to think, what is constant, what is constant he or she is identified, which can help him or her to overcome that varying things, right? So here the constant was the theme, principle, and the process which he or she can identify. Okay, all the best. Okay, emerge as a winner. Okay.